There is a place where the lost embers go as their light begins to fade. Ember ran, because standing still made them feel helpless. The wall glistened. The painting showed embers on a sacred journey. Ember felt so afraid and alone that it was a relief to find someone to talk to. Ember froze when they noticed a small satchel. The satchel felt heavy. Ember looked inside. The statue shone brightly in the light. There was a symbol on the floor. Ember noticed something wrong. There was a round space where something used to fit. To Ember's delight, the golden statue slid perfectly into place. Ember left, feeling sorry for the stranger now alone in the dark. The stairway opened into a dark forest. Ember could feel fear taking over. They'd washed up alone, somewhere very unfamiliar. Ember felt like they were being watched. As Ember approached, with a feeling like falling, the forest had slipped away. Ember felt lost in darkness and ruin. The caged flame stoked new hope in Ember. Hope was almost within reach. The flame spoke and Ember listened. The flame lingered ahead. Was it trying to escape? Or leading the way? The campfire flickered into life. The ghost spoke. Hope has returned to a forlorn. I will warm them until they choose. Ember looked to the ghost for answers. This is a place between to travel through, but none have the forest king now hope, and those who linger will turn for again that word, forlorn. The forlorn are those, if you find them, send them to me and I will guide them. I am just a guide along so many lost embers have I. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind. There are others lost, find them and I will guide them. Step backwards, little Ember. Look behind. Upon a small grassy cliff rests a forlorn. The crow held its shining trophy tight. Inside was a scrap of journal. The strangers on the water went on without me. Where have I landed? Vines and thorns stretch out to trip me. Strangers shivered in the cold. They'd moved through such dark places. They lay down and closed their eyes. was a distant memory, stolen by the passing miles. The stranger blinked at Ember. Is it morning already? How long have I been asleep? The broken net hung ominously around the skeleton's neck. The worm looked helpless, with no way to escape. As Ember picked it up, the worm let out a little yelp. The stranger had blazed their own path, created their own rock, their own islands. They did not need Ember's kindness. Still, Ember stayed. Building a bridge should it ever be needed. The stranger met Ember's eyes. The two shared a moment of silence. The stranger was trapped, caught in a maze. It was hard to make sense of this place. The trail just kept on closing. The stranger's voice was hoarse. I just need some time, I think, to see things clearly. The fisherman murmured quietly between sorrowful breaths. The fisherman felt so useless. His former joys were hollow. Sitting out there every day by the pond. Only the dark water to hear him talk. In that darkness, a glimmer flickered. A thought beating like a drum. A thought that went round and round. It all started with a frog. Every day by the pond, a constant reminder. For a brief moment, he looked at Ember. Hope the fisherman saw him grow from a spent every day side by side. So much better catches him before. Oh, it makes me feel useless on the fisherman sighed. The old man looked carefully. Well, it helps though, telling someone. If you need help catching anything, you just ask. If you need help catching anything, you just ask. The fisherman noticed the broken net Ember was carrying. Let me have a look. With the silk, with each knot he tied. Here you go. Good as new. The frog stared at Ember, its belly rumbling. This was not how Ember had the gurgling of water, a deafening heartbeat. But then... the frog returned Ember's good deed by leading them to a lost Forlorn. The stranger stood alone. Their friends have fallen aside, retreating from what came next. The stranger had ventured on. Now they were deep in the woods. It felt so pointless. The stranger spoke hesitantly. Is the campfire crowded? Let me gather myself. I'll see you there. Key was but it was just out of reach. The old gate was locked. Ember placed the key in the lock and slowly began to turn it. The stranger gasped for breath. Dark water slipping above their head. The sea didn't care if they sank or swam. Slowly the tides ebbed, washing over old walls. Safe harbor emerging from the inky depths. Ember reached out a hand. The stranger looked down. The ground feels good beneath my feet, friend. The travelers. I miss a good roast frog. Oh, how they crackle. The stranger had been forgotten. They tried to follow as best they could. But no one heard them when they fell behind. The stranger looked at Ember with surprise. Someone came back for me. Thank you. The ghost said, "You have done all you can, little one. Your journey ahead, the path to lead. I will guide others to follow after you clear the way." There are others like you. Will always be welcome here in the forest.